A beginner's guide to sushi making. Sushi is very popular in restaurants and supermarkets, but it's actually very easy to make your own sushi at home, and good fun too. We have collected some simple recipes for the most common types of sushi. Hello friends. Welcome back to my channel. We love sushi and it's easy to make. Homemade sushi makes a great weekend dinner and is always a crowd pleaser. You can make different fillings to suit different tastes and dietary needs. Sushi chefs in Japan spend decades learning their trade, perfecting the rice, and cutting the raw fish. We can expect to produce Japanese dishes like masters, but let's start from scratch with simple but delicious homemade sushi. Watch till the end if you are curious about our How to Make Sushi guide, and let us walk you through the process. People love sushi. It doesn't matter who you are or where you are from. No one can deny that sushi has grown in popularity in the world over the past 2 decades and is now fully established in Western fusion cuisine. Nowadays, a slightly spicy tuna roll is as common as pizza or tacos. If you don't love sushi, you haven't really tried it. And we find that anyone who doesn't get it is more than willing to try it. Okay, so everyone loves sushi. But guess what? No one knows how to make it. People have to get their fixes from Japanese restaurants and sushi bars, which can often be expensive. The truth is, you don't have to be some kind of master sushi chef to make your own sashimi rolls. You don't even have to be a sushi sous chef. Making sushi is actually quite simple. If you have the right tools, it's less expensive. Imagine hosting your own sushi party and impressing friends with an array of expertly prepared homemade sushi. All you need are a few ingredients and basic equipment to shape the sushi and you're ready to roll. What basic sushi making kit does a beginner need? These items can be purchased from Asian stores or online at relatively low prices. Here's what you need. Sashimi grade fish, such as tuna, yellowtail, salmon, or mackerel. Vegetables, cucumbers, carrots, avocados, pickled radishes, steamed spinach, asparagus, really, whatever you want in your sushi. Sushi rice 2 cups, you need short grain Asian white rice. The starch in Asian rice makes it sticky when cooked, so it clumps together. Non-glutinous or Western long grain rice will not work because it is too dry in texture. Plain white sugar 2 tablespoons. Salt 2 teaspoons to taste. Rice vinegar 3 tablespoons, any mild vinegar made from rice or rice wine, preferably Japanese rice vinegar. Seaweed. Sushi is rolled with paper-like seaweed called nori. You will need large sheets about 8x7. At the store, you find it in packages, pressed and fried, ready to eat. No, you cannot use old algae scraped off the bottom of a dock. It's gross. Soy sauce. Kikkoman brand Japanese soy sauce is often found in restaurants and grocery stores, but any type of dark soy sauce will work. Wasabi. A green seasoning made from horseradish and mustard seeds. This stuff is very spicy, so you only want to serve a small dollop of sushi on the side with each serving. Some people like to mix a pea-sized amount of wasabi into a small dish of soy sauce. Others argue that it's best to keep soy sauce and wasabi separate, saying that the soy-wasabi mixture masks the flavor of the fish. You can also find wasabi in concentrated form, which requires the addition of water to turn it into its ready-to-eat paste consistency, like a powder. I don't think I need to tell you that none of that should catch your eye. Ginger, a small quantity of shaved pickled ginger called gari, is served on the side to cleanse the palate. I know it sounds pretentious, but this is sushi we're talking about. It should be fancy. A very sharp knife. There are special knives designed specifically for slicing sashimi, but really, any sharp kitchen knife will do the job. Shimoji, a rice spatula used in preparing rice and spreading it evenly over cooked rice plates. Bamboo mat, a rectangular mat made from strips of bamboo. You will use this to roll sushi. If you can't find a bamboo mat, you can use tin foil. Really? I saw it on MacGyver once. You should wash uncooked rice with cold water. There are several ways to do this, but here's the simplest way. With the rice in a large bowl, fill the rest with water and use your fingers to massage the rice in fistfuls at a time. Drain and repeat until the water runs clear. You will notice that the water is cloudy at first, but after about 4 changes it becomes clear. On a seasoning. While the rice is soaking, heat the vinegar, sugar, and salt in a saucepan over medium heat until the sugar and salt have all dissolved, but be careful not to boil it. Once these dissolve in the vinegar, remove the mixture from the heat. Now it's time to cook the rice. We basically boil washed rice in equal parts water, 2 cups of water to 2 cups of rice. Always cover with a lid and cook on very low heat. You will know the rice is done when the water evaporates. A rice cooker makes this process much easier, as it has only one setting and automatically turns off when the rice is done. While the rice is cooking, let's slice the sashimi and vegetables. You should have everything in thin, long strips. I mean really thin, no bigger than ½ an inch. Before you slice the sashimi into strips, you may have to trim it a bit here and there to make it a manageable block. Basically, you want it all to look like French fries when you're done. Remove the cooked rice from the bowl and place in a large mixing bowl. You are now ready to combine your liquid vinegar seasoning with the rice. The goal is to add seasoning as the rice cools. Gently spread the rice in your bowl using your shimoji, a rice spatula thing, as you slowly pour in the mixture. Don't be too forceful with shimoji. Try to mix with a gentle spreading and folding motion to keep the rice grains intact. We're ready to roll. Rolling sushi. Place your bamboo mat on a counter or cutting board so that the ribbed lines run horizontally away from you. Take 1 sheet of nori. See how one side is a little shiny? You want to place that nori sheet on the bamboo, shiny side down. It helps prevent the rice from sticking if it gets in by placing a sheet of saran wrap between the bamboo and the nori. Now, using your shimoji, spread a thin layer of rice on your nori sheet. If you use too much rice, it will be difficult to roll. Leave about ½ an inch of nori on top, across from you. Next, arrange 1 or 2 strips of sashimi with 1 or 2 strips of vegetables horizontally near the center. Here you have to be creative. Do salmon and tuna roll with asparagus? Or how about tuna with some avocado and cucumber? Sushi grip. Once you've lined up the strips down, dip your fingers in water and wet the top edge of the nori. This will help to glue the edge later. Now, flip your design from bottom to top. Here's the tricky part: you have to peel and roll the bamboo mat as you try to touch the rice. You can't overturn everything with reckless abandon, otherwise, the bamboo with rice will spiral into it. After everything is rolled, the bamboo mat is completely wrapped around the outside. Grip the bamboo log firmly with your hands a few times to tighten the roll. Be careful, you don't want to grip your avocado filling so tightly that it squishes, but you do want the roll tight enough to maintain its integrity. Cutting sushi. When you take your roll to the cutting board, cut it in half first. Then cut your remaining pieces as large or small as you like. Presentation. Sushi looks best on small, minimalist tableware. Many restaurants will serve sushi on trays or even on small wooden cutting boards. If you've done your rolling and cutting correctly, you shouldn't be ashamed of your ends. They should still be presentable and will serve to emphasize your sushi arrangement. If you're feeling extra creative, try using a different ingredient like spring roll wrappers as your sushi wrapper. Another alternative to nori seaweed is eggs. Instead of rolling your sushi with a nori sheet, you can essentially use a cold, paper-thin omelet as a wrap that you can arrange on a rectangular omelet pan. How to eat sushi? Let's make one thing clear about sushi for starters: you can still eat sushi if you can't figure out how to use chopsticks. Honestly, you can eat your sushi as much as you like, because really, the point is to enjoy your meal. Congratulations, you are no longer a beginner. Now that you know all the basics about sushi for beginners, you should be confident enough to make and eat your first sushi roll. Remember, don't feel pressured to do everything the traditional way. You're allowed to eat sushi with a fork, you just don't have to like wasabi. Thanks for watching. Follow for more.